Hey folks, today I wanted to show you how to work with a splitting an image into 25 small squares. I had a project where I wanted to take my images and get them split. I did a search for image splitter, and this is one of several that came up. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. It's going to allow me to select a file, and the file I want to select is this one. It's a JPEG that I have. Go ahead and load it in. I want to set it up into a 5 by 5 grid, and then I'll widen this out so that I can collect this whole as much of this photo as I can. Make sure I kind of center it. Doesn't really matter so much. There we go. And I'm going to split the image. It splits the image, and then it downloads. You can download it as a JPEG, as a zip file, because it's going to have 25 pictures in it. And I'm going to go ahead and download that, save it. And then I will switch back here to my Finder on the MacOS here. And here's my new zip file that I just downloaded at 225. I should be able to double click that. And it's created a folder with all of my pictures in it. Now, what I also wanted to show you is these pictures, these images are 586 by 586 pixels. And I'm planning on using it in a project where I only really need them to be about maybe 200 pixels by 200 pixels. So in order to save time to upload the individual images into I'm going to use it in a Google spreadsheet, I am going to go ahead and shrink these. So the way that you can do that on a Mac in the macOS is to select all of these images, and then I can right click and I can open them with preview. Built-in software on the Mac, and now you can see I've got all the images that I could look at and preview all the different pieces. And then what I can do is I can select all, and now I've got all the images selected, and then I can go to the toolbox. You can see I've got all images 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all selected. Go to my tools, and I can adjust the size. These are all 586 by 586, and I want to make them all 200. Keeping the aspect ratio the same, I'm going to make them 200, and I can just say OK. And then that's it. It's been edited, and I can go ahead and quit preview. And if I take a look at this now, you'll notice all of these pictures, one by one, I'll take a look at them. Notice the size is now 200 by 200. So I've quickly batch converted the size of 25 pictures just in a couple of seconds. Now, the way I'm going to use these pictures is to I'm going to go ahead and use these pictures in a sheet. I'm going to take a Google sheet, and I'm going to go ahead and do a insert image in cell, browse, and I'm going to look for that new folder I just created, double click an image, insert it, and that image is going to show up in there. Now, this image is going to need to be adjusted a little bit to fit. What I'd have to do with that is change the size of the cell to get that to fit in there. But that's the reason I was wanting to use this website, first of all, to split the images, and then use the feature I showed you, a preview, to convert them all to a separate size.